This is a new look. Thank you for asking. I have not dressed up for one of these before, but it feels very fitting because today I'm going to be doing a character creation of one of my latest D&D characters in the newest campaign that I have been part of, and she's a very unique character. And because of that, I felt like I should show a little love for the character, not just by creating her in The Sims, but sort of creating her a little bit in real life as well, to the best of my ability, with the best of the tools that I have. So here we have Sylvie. A little bit of background on Sylvie. So she is a Harengon. For those who aren't familiar with the D&D 5e world, Harengon is kind of like a rabbit person. So probably a more fitting look for this would be like rabbit person with ears and everything. And yeah, so like humanoid. So she's like got partial human features and she's got some rabbit features, definitely got the rabbit ears, and she has a combination of like skin and fur depending on the part of her body. So she's got rabbit feet, which is also why she's got this amazing like super high jumping and dexterity and stuff. Also helps that she's a monk, so that adds to her dexterity and adds to her ability to just really go out there and use those feet and those kicks for some like really great dope monk shit. She is a albino bunny was my thought. So if you've ever seen the rabbits that are pure white and they have like red pink eyes, that is what I based her visual appearance off of. So unfortunately I did have red contacts, but they dried out, so I wasn't even going to try. But that was going to be part of the look that I put on today, to just show the white hair and the white bunny ears with the red eyes. It makes her she's very intimidating to look at. However, charisma is her dump stat. So that means that like her intimidation and her persuasion are basically non-existent. They're actually negative stats, if I remember correctly. Not great for persuasion, but she's a pretty quiet character anyways, and she mostly just like kicks things and hits things with a stick sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna create her today in The Sims, and a little bit additional fun stuff that I'll show you once we bring her up in The Sims, and why I wanted to create this particular character today. So here's the other thing with this particular character, and part of the reason why you might be looking at this outfit that I have together and wondering, why do I have claws if I am supposed to be a rabbit person? Well, I happened to get this expansion for The Sims, and it is also very fitting for this character because she's not just a Harengon. She's a Werebunny. That's right. I made a killer rabbit. I have no regrets. This is the closest that I have to wolf ears. So this will do for now, but just to get further idea across, she is a Harengon, but in her backstory, she's a haunted one, which is a really cool like backstory that you can take for your character if you want them to be really dark and mysterious and have really interesting tools and equipment and just background features. I think having a haunted one as a background is something that I didn't even realize I wanted to play until I started looking through and realizing all the really unique stuff and character creation elements that could be a big part of it. So I'm already overheating. Gonna take the wolf ears off. But, oh my god. You know what nobody tells you about having stiletto nails is that they are a danger and hazard to yourself. Also part of the reason why I didn't put contacts in with these, because holy moly, danger zone. But yes, so she is a Harengon monk who has a werewolf background as well. That is a newer thing that got added in when I was creating her backstory, something that recently happened to her, and because of that, it affects how she is interacting with other characters. And also, I purposefully created it so she would have a bit of a deficit, and it's something that she hasn't quite had any control over yet, because I wanted there to be more dimension to this character, where it wasn't like, yeah, she's just a monk, she's really cool, she can just go through and do crazy dope monk shit and break things and beat everybody up. But I think adding in limiting factors makes a character more interesting, and having stuff that just are flaws. I think playing up flaws in a character, it really makes them more relatable and adds more dimension to them and more depth. So she's been really fun to play. The other party members in my campaign have been really supportive of this character development that I have her going through, even when, again, because it's a flaw, she occasionally attacks other party members because of roles and just situationally what happens, and it makes for really interesting gameplay. So I'm very happy that my other party members in the game I'm playing are really supportive of that, because there have been some ramifications that have come from her attacking other party members and affecting them in how they're able to play the game as well, especially because she's potentially injured one of the party members pretty significantly, and it's affected how they've been able to act as their character. But it definitely makes for more interesting role play experience and how you interact with the other members of your party and how the relationship between those characters is going to develop. So, needless to say, as long as your party is on board with it, I think adding in these really substantial flaws can be an interesting part of creating a character and adding more dynamic to the entire experience. So we are going to make Sylvie. The other interesting thing about Sylvie is part of the game that we're playing. We're currently playing the Witchlight module. So every character has something that they've lost. And the thing that she has lost is her name. She doesn't remember her name, and she doesn't remember the name of her family. That's a big part of her backstory too, is related to her family and forgetting her own name. So Sylvie is the name that was given to her by the monastery that she ended up at, which is why she's a monk, and she doesn't have a last name. So she is just Sylvie of the Open Hand, which is the subcategory of monk that I chose for her that has specific traits and feats related to that genre. But we're going to create a werewolf Sylvie today, because that seems like fun. And I don't think there's a way to create a rabbit person in The Sims yet, unless there's a costume for it, which we can always check for. So, without further ado, let's make Sylvie. Okay, so we're going to start with her name. Also, typing is going to be an experience with these that I didn't think about. Of the hand. Oh, that's too long of a last name? Alright. We'll just go with a random last name for now. She does go by she, her. I like that voice. Mean. What are the noises? She's slurping. That's weird. I would normally say, I would normally say that she would be a more energetic walk, because she is a rabbit and has more energy and that kind of bouncy, fun nature normally. But she's got like sad boy elements of her entire village being destroyed and overrun by werewolves, and that's how she got turned into a werewolf herself on the day of her wedding, on the day of my daughter's wedding. So we'll just do normal for now. Also, I should, before I get started, make sure I actually create a werewolf sim, because we don't need to have happen what happened last time, where we created a character for 2+ hours only to realize that spellcaster was a totally different thing I had to add in. Okay, so Sylvie Stapleton is going to be here. Let's do something that feels bunny-like. Sure. I'm curious, before I even start designing the character, I do want to see what her options are if there is like a rabbit costume, just for fun. Imagine if a Yeti came at you making that noise, though. Oh, wait. Okay, so technically, I didn't specify what type of rabbit. So, like, it's not inaccurate. But not quite what I was thinking. That's okay. We will start. I like that the boots stayed on. We will start fresh with this character. She is a monk, and she is very much jacked. Likes her own body, apparently. Like I said, she is albino. So I think there are actually options where you can add body hair now. Not the same as fur, but like maybe we'll do that for her and see what happens. Other fun fact. So because she is a werewolf, but she doesn't want to be turning into a werewolf because she doesn't have control over it yet, and that's why she can attack other party members without realizing it because it puts her in a bit of a craze. She wears a lot of silver intentionally to try to keep the wolf at bay. So she has armbands, she's got earrings, she has a really cool pendant, and so distracted by the howling. She also has a bracelet that she wears, and it's one of the things that came from the Haunted One background, and it is white beads, but they turn blood red on the full moon, which for me, I talked to my DM about it, and we discussed that would be like an indicator that it would slowly start turning. The closer it is to a full moon, they would start turning red. That's her indicator. So if she is somewhere underground, like in a dungeon, she knows that the full moon is coming and can get herself somewhere safe before she attacks anybody around her, because again, still working on the control over the werewolf. I figured as she levels up, that might be something that she will gain more ability over and be able to control when she turns versus just having it happen when random occurrences happen, like different triggers that are going to scale the level towards werewolf versus being able to hold on to her Harengon form. So, all that being said, that's cool. I do think having something related to the moon for a tattoo makes sense. I have to relearn how to use my mouse with these nails on. I do wish that you could change the color of that. I think it would be interesting if it was white. Ow. How much of my makeup did I just take off by doing that? It's fine. Actually, that's not bad. If I do it in white, again, because I want it to be kind of like how her fur looks, because she has patches of fur on her body. I don't think I had it on her chest. I think it was like her arms, her legs, and her feet are very much like a rabbit, and her face. She does have kind of a muzzle and like a rabbit nose and whiskers. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that with a sim. We could see what happens, but obviously we can create her as a werewolf and play around with that too. And then she has red eyes, like I said. They're very big because rabbit. Oh. I didn't realize that you could make that part of the eye even bigger. Bunny nose. And like shorter. A bit more. There we go. Let's make them scary big. I am already terrified. Can't tell from that angle what that looks like, but you know what this looks like already? This looks like a godling from Witcher 3. And And they always scared the crap out of me every single time there was any quest with them. Because they just like pop up out of nowhere and they're all chaos and eyes. Such big eyes. Those things were always scary. So bunny lips are probably, like for a muzzle, it tends to be like the upper lip is a little bit more pronounced. To be fair, this is kind of like the more humanoid version of this character, but we'll create what we can. And it's for funsies, so, you know. Perpetually sad. Which is a real nice thing to do to your character, but what can I say? I mean, hey, if she's a human, and we're trying to make it as close to her rabbit form as possible, her ears literally give her another foot of height, technically. So my thought with this was, she probably has longer hair, but as a monk, it's probably going to be pulled back in some way or another. I like the idea of her having some sort of beading through it, maybe some silver pieces. Again, just more to try and contain the werewolf in her. But her hair is white. Actually, pretty little fun buns. Is that similar enough? No. Adds a whole new color in there if you start with white hair, I guess. I do kind of like that. Yeah, I think we'll go back. I know it doesn't have any of the beading in it, but I think that one, I like. It's simple, but it also kind of reminds me of the werewolf because it's got the very high widow's beak, and do a little shout out to that in her regular form too. Do you have anything you could put in her hair maybe? I mean, we've all been there. Do Princess Leia buns. I think I went through this last time, where I just... Is that supposed to be the cat from Alice in Wonderland? I mean, I guess if they have Star Wars stuff in here, then they would potentially have other Disney stuff. What is that? Nope. No, thank you. Alright, we'll go no hat for now. She does have some piercings, like I had mentioned before. I gave her any fears. I don't think I gave her any face piercings, just like a lot of earrings and other cool stuff like that. She's got great eyesight. It's because of really big eyes. And she does have a pendant that she wears that is from the monastery she was part of and where she learned her dope monk skills. So I just have to figure out what I want to choose to be kind of similar to that. I mean, we could just fully lean into all things moon here. That does look more like a... I mean, I know it's a doggy footprint, but close enough. It's the way of the open hand and the organization that she's part of, and so they have a monkey as their symbol, so that works for now, I guess. Actually, I like this better because I think she just in general is wearing more silver jewelry, trying to protect herself and people around her. So we'll do this. I know it's a leaf. Whatever. We work with what we have, right? Alright, so now for her makeup. She does wear makeup. And I think it'll be pretty dramatic. Literally just got my nails caught in the wig. also don't know how queens can wear their wigs for so long, because I'm already all done with this and I've been wearing it for not even an hour. More power to you. That in itself is a skill. I like that. So does she. Alright, and then for lips. Yeah, I think something like that. Should probably make her cheeks a little bigger too, actually, now that I think about it. And I think I will put just a little bit of blush on her cheeks. Okay. She is also super fit. It's just all she's gonna do during this, I bet. So my thought with outfit for this, originally I figured she has monk robes from being in the monastery. I do think that she would probably start getting light pieces that are more reminiscent of armor. Not necessarily armor though, because it is something that for monks, when they are not wearing armor, they have more dexterity and they have more movement and they're faster. So just like, I don't know, cooler common clothes would be nice. But we'll see if I can put together a monk look for her that is more reminiscent of what she would have come from the monastery wearing, and then something that's more adventuring and like actually traveling, because I feel like robes might get caught depending on how flowy they are, and she needs to be able to move quickly, and also when she shifts, I feel like I need something that's gonna maybe shift with her. I haven't really thought about that part. These are great questions that I should think about for my actual game, and not just for creating this character in The Sims. I'm gonna make notes for that. I mean, technically it's a robe. Not quite what I was thinking, but it is a robe. Is she just gonna do that throughout any gameplay that I do? Is this just gonna be a constant thing, her howling? I think that's gonna get annoying quick. I mean, a jumpsuit's always a good way to go. This is the I just rolled out of bed look. Actually, superhero. Whoa. I like that. That actually I think would make a lot of sense for training and stuff. Yeah, let's start with that. And then, I mean, I don't think she'd wear shoes. If she has rabbit feet, she wouldn't need to, because they're made for actually walking outside. And yeah, I think we'll probably go without shoes for this look. I did want to do some cool bracelets and shit though. Some like gauntlets, Wonder Woman style. And I did want something for her forearm. I don't know if I'm really going to find exactly what I'm looking for. You're not going to see it under this anyways, but maybe something like that. This is really cool too. That's sweet. Oh, actually, because she's got the beads. Do those. Apparently it's full moon. I think there's some more options for the right arm than the left arm. I also love like the monk wrapping. I think that's cool. Although I think this is supposed to be a cast. Oh, you can't have it on both? She does wear a wedding ring. It's gold, but she has a wedding ring. Well, she has it on her person. I'll put it that way. Do we do claws for this one? Here's the thing. Do rabbits have claws? I don't think I've ever had to wonder that before. Now I'm curious. Because, I mean, they've got very fluffy, rounded feet. But I have no idea if there are claws hidden in there like with cats. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. Okay, so I guess rabbits do have claws, and if you have them as a pet, you're supposed to check every month to see the growth rate. Looking at pictures of stuff is scary. I didn't want to see all diseases, but okay, so short answer, yes, they do have claws, so we will give her claws. Oh, this is kind of like, actually this is perfect because it's like the werewolf nails. Do them in black because fashion. Because we're still here for fashion, right? Not just playing a game. Okay, I think this is good for her, like, initial monk look. And then see if I can make, like, a fighting look for her as well. It's actually pretty cool, too. Wasn't what I was thinking at all, but actually might as well, because if we're here for a formal look that's, like, monk inspired. Hold on. Nice. I think I like this one. That's cool. I also enjoy that she's wearing socks with her sandals. Not my fave, actually. What do we got for boot options? Those are interesting. We'll go with black, though. And we're still going to do silver jewelry. I don't think I'm digging the hat, though. Maybe we do her hair up. Victorian ghost child. I mean, I feel like it's just monk-like to have the undercut. There's a lot going on there. That's kind of cool. And that looks very Geralt of Rivia. I'm not mad about it, though. Okay. I think that now that I've seen it as Geralt, I can't unsee it, so I'm going to stick with that for this look. I'll probably stick with just silver jewelry. And my other thought is she doesn't take the silver jewelry off. Oh, apparently you can't see it with this particular outfit. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. Are you done howling? Can I actually see how the makeup looks on you? Thank you. Okay. This is a very unique formal look, but I like it. So we've got formal look, and we've got like her regular out and about look. Let's see if we can do, like I said, some sort of fighter style. I'm curious. I mean, I guess this is her, I'm transitioning into or out of a werewolf look. Because, like, right now I have my harness on, and I feel like doing something like that that's got buckles on it would be really cool. Again, I don't know how efficient, per se, it would be for a monk to be wearing anything like that, because you don't want it to be too constrictive. I just thought it looked cool with the hair and makeup that I did for this look. But yeah, maybe something that is more like this would make sense for training, if we're calling her athletic look her training look. Well, I just created a character for the 90s with this outfit, but not quite what I was going for. It's supposed to be under undergarments? Yes, that's why. Okay. Alright, I want to do something she can move around in. I had been thinking like a harem pant or something that was a little bit looser, wider leg, but I really see that type of style in here that I'm looking for. Those are cool. I like it. Is it super mobile friendly? Probably not. Does it look cool? Yes. That's not how you pick out clothes, by the way. It needs to fit and also function for your life. Just a reminder. Actually, these are probably closer to what I was looking for. Again, see? This is why we take the filters off, and that way you have more things to choose from, because clothing doesn't have a gender. And you decide what fits your body best. We're gonna do barefoot and no socks, because that's dangerous to train. Still wearing her jewelry though. The claw. We'll do hair up or short or something out of the way. There's that. And no makeup while she's training. And then I think instead of a like classic sleep look, I'll turn this into the I've transformed out of my bunny look to my wolf look, back to my bunny look, and now everything is shredded. Because I think it's funny. I'm curious why this expansion with the werewolves, it's also grungy. Like, why that was the aesthetic choice for a werewolf was to be punk, grunge. Interesting aesthetic. Yeah, I think something like this. Again, no shoes. You ever get to the bottom of your coffee cup and drink grinds? Not great. I guess I haven't done anything based on what she would actually look like if she was more humanoid. I like the belt with the pouch on it. I don't like the layering that's happening here with the two tops. But I wish I could just take the belt and put it on other things, because it's cool. Actually, I did like the jumpsuit. I think that one's fun. Let's do boots with this look. Some Doc Martens. Always a good go-to. Actually, don't mind the makeup either. I might do just a little more. What would a bunny wear swimming? I mean, bunny or wolf, they have fur, so probably not much. Let's reframe though. What would a monk wear? Probably not much. Yes, I know. I feel like majority of my characters so far have worn mostly black. I like the shorts better for her, actually. I do feel like maybe we would just keep the lips though, even if she's not doing any other makeup, since it's similar to the look I want to create, like how a muzzle is and how the top lip has like the curvature to it and it's more pronounced, and like sometimes the color is a different color than the rest. So we'll keep that. I'll do it for this as well. Cool. Then hot weather. These are so dangerous. And I've got dog hair stuck on them. So that's fun. Alright, summer monk. What are we thinking? That's cool. I wonder if there's one that has a silver option for the beading on the top. Maybe? Kind of. Not quite, but definitely interesting. I think we used that for the other one too, but it's okay to reuse things. In fact, it's encouraged. It's a good way to save it. I think that looks cool. Not me projecting at all. Whatever. It's my character. I can dress them how I want to. Seriously though, that howling. It's almost as annoying as the amount of whining that I get from my dog in real life. Actually, no, that's not true. This is more annoying than my dog. This is more annoying than my dog. To be fair. She's cute, so that helps. I mean, like, I guess she's cute enough in a way that, like, bunnies are cute, but then she turns into a werewolf, which is not that cute, which we still have to do when all of this is said and done. Now I just have to remember what I did for her hair up in the other one. Yeah, I think that's cool for a summer look. And then winter. Since we're already in this, I'll work backwards and do makeup first. I feel like I always gravitate towards this when I'm creating my D&D characters because it's really the closest to a fantasy look, I think. Because it has the long angled cloak, different layers to it, it has the small detailing on it, and you don't really have that in any of the other outfits. I think if it wasn't patchwork, I would really like this coat, but it's not the vibe I'm going for this character. For jackets, I am not planning on doing the Donald Duck thing. We will find pants for her. Yeah, I do wish that there was like longer coat options that you could have for them. I mean, I know it's Star Wars, but that's actually kind of fitting. We'll put boots on because nobody really wants to be walking barefoot through the snow, regardless of if they could. I like those ones because the point, which probably doesn't make the most sense for her since she has large rounded feet. Now that I think about it, I'll go with something like this instead. And yeah, you probably won't even be able to see it, but we'll do her silver jewelry. Would she wear a hat over her bunny ears or no? I have to find a hat that fits. It's half the problem. Not bad. Alright, so her Harengon humanoid looks are winter, summer, swimwear, party, sleepwear, which, let's be honest, that's her when she's transitioned back and forth between a bunny and a werewolf and her clothes are ripping. Workout, athletic wear for training, her formal look, and then day-to-day traveling. That's pretty good. I like it. I feel like this is a very different styled sim than any of the other ones I've done so far. I think also because most of them have been more humanoid, and because of that, it's easier to create a character in The Sims for that, whereas I had to get a little bit more creative with someone that's supposed to be part bunny. So now we can jump over to making the beast form. Now, I haven't done any of this expansion. I haven't even looked at it yet, so this is all new to me. Let's see how many things I can get wrong. Again, because ideally, as a rabbit, she'd have really big ears as well. Cheek tufts. Toofs. I guess like that'll work. Chin tuft. I like that one. And her eyes still stay red. And Again, I do want them to be on the bigger side. She is pure white, was my thought. What's the color of the ears? Just curious. It actually makes sense that she would have pink ears, because that's what I was thinking she would for her rabbit form too. I love it. I mean, it's not the same, but that's okay. So then maybe it makes sense that if she's in werewolf form, she'd have that ripped shirt on, just to imply the transition from her Harengon form to the werewolf form. Now I'm actually a little nervous that if I change this, it's going to change her entire outfit for this. We'll see. Yeah, I think so, because the outfit's supposed to stay the same. Wait, what if she's a werewolf bunny? Like, werewolf bunny? Werewolf going to work. Now this is just gonna get silly. Wedding werewolf. Tourist werewolf. Where did the outfit go that I had, though? Okay. Yeah, we'll still keep that, because I like that as her base. Now I'm just curious what the rest of them look like. Best one so far. I like it. Okay. Let's do some quick character stuff. Werewolf. Unleash your inner beast and become a werewolf. Where's the focus music? I can see that being as a monk. And she does look running is a thing that's in her backstory. It's like chasing and like having competitions and like playing hide and seek and running around with her siblings. So that will definitely be a thing. I don't even know what these are. We'll say that for now. I actually think I'm going to change this to wellness, because as a monk, her goal is to be calmer. Inner peace. Yes, because that's the conflict, is inner peace versus werewolf. It's interesting, I don't see athletic on here. I wonder, oh, active, that's why, okay. And she is loyal to the people that she connects with. And I mean, I feel like it's part of the challenge, right? Is I have her as a vegetarian, because as a werewolf, that makes it complicated for her. And I think that is our werewolf character, for sure. I think that is a wrap on character creation for Sylvie. She's got Harengon race, and then she has the werewolf transformation as part of that, so Werebunny. And trying to play her as someone who is looking to create peace, but has the inner conflict of this werewolf that is just raging all the time and has a sense of bloodlust to it, and trying to control that is a big part of the character development I'm hoping to create while playing this character in our campaign. And we'll see what happens with all of that. But in the meantime, we'll pop her in a house and then maybe see what a house would look like for her. I'm not sure. I've never really thought about that. Also, I haven't played this expansion, so this new world, no clue what it's like or what's in it or any of that fun stuff. But that is a house that already exists, so we'll start with that and then I can adjust as we see fit. Now, the real question is which of these things do I take off first? The wig, the nails, or the makeup? Because I will have to eat at some point, and this will make things complicated. See how long they last, though. So yeah, this was an interesting one, I think, and it was fun to create a little bit of a costume in real life to go along with creating a character and a bit of their costume through The Sims. I'm hoping to do more things like this, actually. I would love to pick games and then create a character from them that I can do a little cosplay or costume appreciation of while I play the game and do some streaming of that, and maybe even talk a little bit more in depth about how I put the outfit together from what I had versus what I was inspired by with their outfit in the game or what have you. But I definitely have to take this wig off because it has been melting my brain, and also the amount of pressure when you want something to actually fit on your head, it's so tight right now. It's crazy. But yeah, so there's also a crazy amount of like static with this that I don't know how to, without either ripping the wig off or pulling these nails weirdly, I'm trying to maintain. And yes, it is. So this is a lace front wig. I am not an expert with wigs at all. I have very limited experience with them, so don't come at me. I know I did not glue this down at all, and it's not really even cut that well, but we make do with what we have. And again, this is just supposed to be for fun. So I hope that you enjoyed creating my D&D character, Sylvie, with me. She is, again, Harengon monk who does have werewolf traits. That's been a fun homebrew that I've worked on with my DM to see how that best works for the character and in relation to the rest of the party, because I think it's important that if you're going to do something like that that can be so detrimental to the rest of your group, checking in and making sure they're good with it, so that the gameplay is fun for everybody and the role-playing experience is fun for everybody, and you're not just taking over the game, because it is a group activity and everyone has their chance for a little bit of limelight and a little bit of role playing through it. But I think it's more fun when you're able to do it all together and learn from each other's characters and watch the character development grow over time. I've only got one more character to actually create on The Sims from my D&D campaigns that I've been part of, and then from there, who knows what's next for character creation. But there's plenty of options out there, and there's plenty more games to play as well. So I would love to hear from you if you liked this, if you want to see more D&D related content, or if you want to see more character builds but in other games. Definitely leave a comment and let me know your thoughts, or what games you would like to see me stream through or create characters in next, and we can collaborate on that and see what happens with it. I'll see you soon.